Okay, I wanted to take a little bit of time here on my lunch hour to show you more about this room of me just walking around it. I got about 5 minutes, so I can show it to you. Those are all my wrestlers that I talk about up there. They're very, very old wrestlers, some of them, early 2000s. So for action figures, they're they're up there. That I don't know, I've collected over the years, collected recently, bought them from my buddy who collected with me growing up, and I don't know. I just like to have them, and this way they don't, get broken or anything being so high up there. That's a calendar from 1914. I think it was my grandpa's, and somehow it got to me, so I just hung it on the wall, and that's where she sits. This is just some more stuff in the room that I've talked about before with you guys. Got my Rams and my Cardinals bobbleheads. The room needs a little bit of adjusting, obviously, but it ain't horrible. This is where Draco sleeps every night. Back there next to my bowling ball that I have never used and I've owned for 2 years. Those are those not real title belts. They're toy title belts that I have talked about before, but I wanted to try to collect every one of them that I could. The not so recent ones aren't up there. NXT might be the newest one. That's my DVDs that I have down. I have a lot more DVDs, but those are the ones that I currently have down with my Yu-Gi-Oh! And my that we picked up pops from, I think, Burlington Coat Factory. Power Ranger stuff. That's kind of where the envelopes lived whenever I ship out my Pokemon cards. Charmander that I've had since 3rd grade, and I'm 36. He hasn't always had a Santa hat on him. That's just where the Santa hat went to. This is more of my Power Ranger stuff. The Dragon Zord, the box he came with. An older Dragon Zord that Kayla found for me at a yard sale. There's the Green Ranger that we were doing the other day that the head pops out. More of my Zords. I always thought that was a really cool Finster. I've had it. He's not completely in box. I've opened the box before because I think I bought it used. Blastoise that Kayla got me. My computer setup, it isn't bad. There's me as a little kid a long, long time ago in those pictures. There's where you guys were watching me from. That's the setup I was saying. I just drilled some screws in there and taped it to hold it in place. It works. $30 camera off Amazon. There's my current systems. Not all of them are plugged in. Obviously, you got the Xbox, the 64, the Switch, the Dreamcast, the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 2, OG Nintendo, the 360, a VCR DVD combo, PS3, Nintendo Wii, and the Switch 2. And then I got my Sega. Come over here. More envelopes. That's for shipping with just a stamp if I ever wanted to ship a card with just a stamp. There's my autographs. I do have COAs for all of them. Sorry you can't see that. I got my Power Rangers in the way. That's from the Power Rangers movie, which was awesome. A couple autographs I have, Big Z and Jay Bruce. There's Kayla when I got her some flowers one day. Back when she worked. Now she just stays home and takes care of our kid, which is a bigger job, and I'm happy she does it because it saves us a lot of money in daycare. Some books that I like. And I know they're childish books, but I just like them. I don't care. Old VHS tapes that I just liked when I was growing up, so that's what I got. Meganium, Snorlax down there. We got those. Some guy crocheted them at an antique mall outside of town here, so they're one of a kind. Even though other people have crocheted Pokemon, they're one of a kind because, he made those, so that's pretty cool. My Wii games, Switch 2, Switch, Meta Knight from Kirby. My 64 games and Game Boy Color. Stuff that I have. I need to get Pokemon Silver. That's the only one I don't have of that out of the originals. The heater just kicked on, so it's going to be annoying. It's actually right behind this shelf. PS2 multi-tab. Some of my PS2 games. I don't play these often, but once every couple of months I'll just, I feel like I want to play it, so I play them. Some more of them. I just got the Mortal Kombat games in last week, actually, realizing that I did not have them. Played them a lot growing up. Some Xbox games thrown in here. Xbox 360 games. I got an Xbox One that I'm not sure where I put that at. I think it's over there, but don't hold me to it. It's around here somewhere. It's not plugged in either, though. Some PS3 games. I think I might have like one PS4 game. Then you got some PlayStation 1 games down there that I don't even own a PlayStation 1 anymore, but I need to get one again. And then up top, you got the Gengar. That's my giant Gengar that my future mother-in-law got me for Christmas. That's what we decided Tristan's favorite Pokemon was going to be. I got this from my buddy Greg. His stepson didn't want him anymore, and he asked me if I wanted him, and I said absolutely. So that's the room. This is, like I've said, this is where I sit at nighttime and try to fall asleep. I'll give you a little bit better shot over here. Got Angelica Pickles down there on the bottom with Reptar and Kronk from Real Monsters. Some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, Batman, Harry Potter stuff, some more random just Power Ranger stuff, and then wrestling stuff and some rocks that a guy in a town over actually painted for me. I paid him $10 per rock and he painted them, so I like that a lot. All right, everybody, well, that is a view of my vintage room. It changes a lot, so you'll probably get videos in the future. You'll get a lot more videos of me just in here, but I know I haven't made an actual video in the last couple of days, so that's what I wanted to do today while I had a minute before I have to go back to work. And everybody, you have a fantastic day. It is Friday, January 30th, 2026. We'll see you guys next time. And remember, it's not always about you, Lucas, but most of the time it is.